We're off.
Both runners are studying Link's house for a piece of heart. It'll be interesting to see how they start off the seed here. It looked like from Axe check that we have a green pendant Hera and 2 other crystals.
Ooh, interesting.
Both racers check the Hylia Island immediately. If they wanted to, they could go get the item that's on it. And Zero Rush is going toward that direction, but he's not going to get the piece of heart, of course. He's performing a fake flipper to get to the hobo quickly. Meanwhile, Ack is starting with an opener that gets Sahasrah's items immediately.
Yep, so just 50 rupees, piece of heart, and a glove. Ooh.
That's really nice.
Also 10 arrows from Hobo.
And there's just a key in the sanctuary today. Something to remember for later.
Well, I know for a fact Ack knows his dark room, so you may just end up doing all of Escape.
Right. And it's interesting, both runners are sort of closing in on Hyrule Castle. Probably not going inside the front, though.
Ice Rod!
Wow, so at 1 minute and 42 seconds, we already have a Sphere 2 item, which was unlocked by the gloves in Ack's first play.
Yep.
Alright, we might see a Bonk Rocks check here. I didn't mention this, but our runners start off with the boots equipped, and the boots are important for...
Ooh, bottle. Sorry.
A bottle is found in the Bonk Rocks with a green potion that might be useful to remember. So the boots are important for overworld clips, for dash buffering, and we'll see soon some more dash buffers.
Ooh, full magic drops from the bush crabs. Sword. Oh my, that's always like the most horrifying spot to see a sword.
That's always an interesting one. It's something I don't know how to hazard a guess here, but it might be something to go for if the runners are desperate for a go mode level 2 sword.
You'd have to be pretty desperate to get that. Also, 300 rupees.
Yep, and now that Ack is to the Lost Woods, let's see where he's going. He's got bombs equipped, so I'm guessing Kakariko. I could be wrong. There is a chance that our runners could go straight to Death Mountain. Death Mountain is full clearable, essentially, from the start.
Ooh, 50-50 bomb drop doesn't work out for Zero Rush.
Well, from the Bonk Rocks, Zero did get a bomb. That's a guaranteed bomb drop.
I didn't see the bomb.
Right, it kind of...
Oh, it just flew right into him?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll have Kakariko clears from both of our runners. Since boots clipping allows you to go past boundaries all over the overworld, all of Death Mountain is available from the start, and so is Desert.
Yeah. Also, I gotta ask, Stigma, is that is that without Egg, or is that just the without boots one? Oh my. This game is not broken at all, clearly.
So every glitch possible on the overworld is allowed except for Overworld EG, which kind of funnily enough doesn't really do anything. But
Ooh,
hey, there's
hammer.
yeah. It Overworld EG would allow Link to go through sprites, but it's not something that's really allowable. Yeah.
I mean, why not allow it at that point?
Right. Well, there are some discussions in among Link to the Past speedrunners about whether to allow it in glitch speedruns. So it's on the table.
I mean, I'd say just ban the walk to the Triforce and otherwise allow things.
Right. Well, rule sets are kind of interesting and complicated, and I also wouldn't want to change rules. Hello, Moon Pearl. So we have a Moon Pearl in race game. Looks like Ack will kind of cheat the race game and go straight to it.
Yeah, why not?
What he's doing is he's holding the B button to hold out his sort of a sword pose. And
And
he's
I think
able to
he's
do
soft lock.
Yes, that's right. He soft lock. He couldn't move from that position, but he did pull off the upward teleport to grab it, the Moon Pearl. So that was successful. Let's see if zerorush is able to push himself out of the stump after he gets Moon Pearl.
I don't think he will. Oh. Okay. Or
Yeah,
prove
he's
me
got
wrong.
it. Super. Now Zero wants to perhaps go to desert, or maybe.
Okay, Pendant at Pod and Ice. Thieves Town was a 5-6. I missed the other 5-6. Okay, Thieves Town was not Turtle Rock was the other one. Thank you. Ooh, shovel. Fetch quest. Sword. Lamp. And a bow. Okay, I'll give that a solid 8 out of 10.
Really, really good check for Ack. With those very conveniently placed items to get to that portal by Hype Cave, it was really, really good to just check Hype Cave, and there we go. Ack's got plenty of sort of V18 quality Hype Cave items.
Yeah. Man.
So here is Ack doing a Death Mountain ascent. He just teleported to bypass the screen transition, and it allows him to go to the east. And he's got a broken camera, but he's able to fix it by moving up and down, and then he can correct himself by getting to the exit of the old man's cave. Meanwhile, Zero was able to make it into Desert Palace, so this is a good time for him to get the big key. He can't complete it this dungeon until he gets a fire source.
Unless there's a fire rod in here.
Always a possibility.
Looks like he's leaving. Going to Gina?
So now that Ack is on Death Mountain,
Ooh. Oh no.
He's almost looked soft locked, but he was able to jump out of the top of the screen where he sort of landed.
Ooh, there's a book.
A book is in Aegina's cave.
That would
Very
be
interesting.
so rude in a normal seed.
Right. But what's kind of funny now is he's got the book. He's right by Bombo's tablet. I wonder if he'll go check that.
He might.
And Ack finds a hint that Hookshot is in Pod.
Ooh, and we also have everything we need to pull Clear Pod. Logically, even. I think. You can get to
absolutely.
Pod logically, right?
Right. Since they have Moon Pearl, they have access to the whole entire Dark World, essentially.
Okay. Unique item is in plain sight. That might very well be that Moon Pearl.
Yeah, could be. Now, Zero Rush may be doing a South Shore check here. So Zero does not have the glove, so he doesn't have that immediate Dark World access, or rather, accessible, convenient Dark World access. So Zero Rush will continue in the Light World.
Where was Glove again?
The glove was in Sahasrarla's hut.
Ah, right. Also, just 20 rupees off Moldworm.
So Ack earns a green pendant. I was not following the items in Hera, did you see?
No, I didn't. But looks like Ack's leaving.
Okay, so now that we've left Hera, we can check Spectacle Rock, of course. Oftentimes, like we saw Ack do, he wrapped from the bottom of the screen to get to Hera. So now it's time to check the middle of the screen.
Yep. Also, Kuchiri mentioning, oh, there's another bottle and a net and silvers, bombs and a sword. Oh my goodness.
These 5 item caves
sorry,
are
just
really rich.
completely got sidetracked there, but man, what were we saying? Oh, bombs. Bombs were in Tower of Hera.
Okay, thank you.
Bombs and a 20 rupee.
Oh, this is so funny. Ack has everything he needs to do Eastern, and he has the green pendant already. So he's able to turn that in for the heart container.
Yep. Also, Chet pointing out, that's all our swords.
Oh, really? I missed...
4 swords on Lumberjack. Oh, wait, never mind.
Okay, so Zero Rush came out of Ice Rod Cave and he armed an auto, or a dash, a boots water walk, let's call it. So he's able to walk on water.
Also, vanilla red meringue.
Oh yes, it is, indeed.
That'd be kind of
okay. This is
I have
interesting.
not seen this before. I have seen Boots water walk, but I've never seen this before. This clip.
Right. So all Zero needs to do is buffer continuously.
But with Sora's attacking you, that's a little difficult.
It is annoying, but even if he gets hit, he can continue to buffer. So it kind of depends. If he's close enough to the wall, it won't make a difference.
Ooh.
So
oh no, that's bad. Yeah, that puts you out of the water walk.
Yeah, unfortunately, that wasn't the proper technique. What he needed to do was to buffer continuously, and then it's sort of one of those buffer clips where as soon as you continue to buffer, Link will automatically do a little hop, or in that case, kind of hop all the way up to the ledge. But instead, Zero went for a dash, but that was a bit too early. If that works.
And gets the water walk again.
So an interesting thing about what Zero is doing is that the dashing water walk, let's call it, since I keep saying that. The Boots water walk is not exactly in logic yet. So this item is blocked by flippers or by Moon Pearl. Right. So actually, he is going for a Moon Pearl water walk. That's fine. So it is in logic in this method. Details.
Yeah, they really ought to add the Boots water walk into it. It's been around a while at this point.
Alright, so let's see if Zero checks Zora and then perhaps goes back to... Oh, no. He's got the glitch.
Wait, he did arm it.
Yeah, that makes sense. He armed the Boots water walk, and then he did fake flippers. Then he did the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, and then he jumped off.
Right. So he had the Boots water walk armed, and then could activate it by jumping off. So.
And although that method isn't in logic, it's allowed, and it's also in logic anyway, just because he had Moon Pearl.
That's right.
It's actually funny. You can get that Boots water walk and get Sora Ledge without the Moon Pearl. But it's pretty difficult. You guys swim through the entire Zora area without landing or getting hit.
Yeah, that is a fun adventure. Alright, so Ack is out of Eastern. He's got his first crystal. So he's going south here. Alright. Good call. It's time for Palace of Darkness for Ack.
The hook shot? Oh, right, we saw that one. That's actually pretty useful info.
It really is. We know that we need the hook shot because Swamp is a crystal, and we have mirror, and we have the hammer. We just need flippers for access. So Ack will also have to find that mirror. Okay, so that's nice. The rest of Pod is bow locked.
But he has bow, so doesn't really matter. Armor is in West Wing of Swamp Palace. Interesting. Did anybody catch the other item, or was that just saying that what armor was?
Just the one item.
That's decent info.
Yeah, it's interesting. Because it's something to cancel out of the count.
Exactly.
Zero has the book, which Ack didn't get before, so he's able to check ether.
Just couch cash. I know, right, Aster?
Alright, so Ack is... he wanted that crystal hit. He ran out of arrows, but he had the ice rod, so he could hit the switch from afar.
Also, Lazarel, I don't think it'd be worth it even if it was both armor upgrades.
Okay, so Zero sees the flute on the floating island. He was tempted, but he had to say, no thank you.
Yeah, not really useful in overworld glitches. A little nice for travel at times, but...
Yeah,
not
it's
too
a tough
much.
call.
Plus, that clip onto the floating island is relatively difficult, it seems.
It's not much harder than any other clip, but it's kind of about positioning and dealing with dead rocks and stuff. So it's, yeah, there's some bit of a challenge there.
Right, so for Pod, really all that's... Actually, where was Quake? Was Quake in Pod? And why is Ack not getting the big chest? Oh, I guess probably both all the items are found.
Yeah, quite a fast pod clear, mirrorless.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice. So what's next for Zero Rush? He's cleared Death Mountain. So we'll see what's next. Meanwhile, Ack is following in his footsteps. Let's see what he thinks about Floating Island. Or maybe we won't look at it at all.
Ooh, this is fun. Okay, he's gonna do the... is this the... Oh, this is...
So Zero...
No, this is Pyramid. Actually, I'm not sure.
We'll have to see where he goes. He's in a position now to go into Ganon's Tower, so that he's going into GT.
Okay,
Yeah, it definitely looked like a Pyramid Fairy play, and that would have been a good play too. But he went for the clip here.
Mushroom. So, can't do right side or tile room, but where are you going? Zero Rush, you don't have the Cane of Samaria.
I'm speechless. I don't know what he was thinking there. I think he...
There's the big key.
Yeah.
So gonna be able to, if he knows the mimic clip, gonna be able to do everything but right side.
The way Zero Rush was standing there, it looked like he had never seen that room before in his life, and he was wondering how the chests were already open. Alright, a nice hover to sequence break into this room here.
Ooh, flippers.
The flippers are hookshot blocked.
Well, we also know where the hookshot is, though, so...
Yeah, that doesn't really add any intrigue to the mystery of this item fill.
Also, clearly zerorush knows how to hover. I pretty much already knew that, and I know for a fact Ack can hover. He does it just for funsies quite often, actually.
Uh-oh, Ack.
Oh no! Where was that?
It was the Master Sword pedestal screen. But you can't really access that area. You can only kind of see it and get stuck. So, unfortunate, but
Ooh.
amusing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ack going to Hera? Yeah, I'm getting better at this.
Mm-hmm. Hera's always a good, like, sort of layover. It might be like a fast way to get to the Dark World portal.
Sword!
So there's
our other sword.
Yeah.
Jinx. And there's Bombos. So we know where 2 of the 3 medallions are. Although I have no idea where Quake was, but apparently Ack found it. Also, shoutouts to Samimus, our tracker, for today. Can't do it without you. Quake was in Eastern. Thank you. Good to know.
Nice flute grab for Ack. He found the position to dash back inbounds and got the flute. He was then able to do spin speed to kind of clip out of the island. And a nice downward teleport to get onto the top of Turtle Rock. Zerorush does not have the bow, so he's got the hammer to fight Ice Armos.
That's not... Also, don't slash Armo. Oh my. Don't Master Sword slash Armos.
Yes.
There needs to be like a PSA about this.
Yeah. So the Master Sword slash does, for some reason, the least damage of any of the sword slashes.
Also, he needs to be a little careful. That health count is a little on the low side. Not often you're thinking about health when you're fighting Armos, goodness. Oh my gosh. Stop with the slashing. Ow. Boy.
So meanwhile, Ack has kind of cleared Dark Death Mountain, kind of no progression there. He's able to do a spin speed clip out of Death Mountain to go directly to Catfish, which makes Catfish not really a bad check.
I didn't even know. I didn't realize Ice Armos could have a key. Yeah, that's possible.
Alright.
Also, apparently not knowing Mimic Clip, or else opting just not to do it. Ack might be either doing Ganon's Tower or... we'll have to see.
Okay, Ack found the position. He got a little bit stuck up at the portal.
Yep, he's going to Ganon's Tower, I think.
Yep. And so Zero did dash buffers to get the clip into that wall. Ack did a hook shot, hook speed to clip in. which is a little bit faster. And Ack will also have the bow as he kind of full clears this, well, as he clears the left side of GT, so it'll get done a lot quick. He'll save some time over Zero here.
Oh, that's true. He doesn't have a fire source. I completely forgot about that.
So what we saw from Zero Rush is a Death Mountain descent, a sort of a classic DMD. He did a spin speed clip over the sort of left ledge of the bottom of the screen. It took him to the Dark World Sanctuary area.
Also, I wonder if Ack knows the right side bomb jump.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. It will be interesting to see. Yeah, he has the lamp, so he could sequence break right side. Although he can't right now because he doesn't have the cane.
Oh, right. Man, where is that cane? Watch it be upstairs GT and right side Ganon's tower has something. Oh, I know, right, Kachiri? Cane on pedestal. That's evil. That's evil, but entirely possible.
So, Thieves Town seems like a good play for Zero Rush. It's a crystal he can do. It's got 4 items waiting.
You know, I can't understand for the life of me why they put that portal so close to where you have to enter to get to Rando Room.
It is peculiar.
Like, just why?
But I guess the crack in the wall is meant to look inconspicuous.
Yes, but, like, I have walked into the portal a few times by accident, trying to get into Rando Room. Just, like, walk a couple pixels down and you'll end up in the portal instead of in the room.
I've been there. Nice heart grab for Ack. He pulled a heart with a hook shot and got a heart dupe, I believe.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what requires the hammer, did you say?
I think it said a map required one.
What? That's annoying. Well, interesting, nonetheless.
I don't think I've ever seen a hint for the map.
Alright, so it'll be interesting to see if Ack goes for upper GT. I assume he will. Because he does have a fire source and the bow. Both found in Hyde Cave. Zero will make his way down there soon. And Ack does not have the mirror, but that doesn't matter. He just needs to get through this next room.
I'm not sure if that hint. Yeah, no, it would have to be for another dungeon at this point now. Ooh.
Blind single arrow. Alright, Ack is out of arrows and down to 1 heart. Let's see how he navigates through here. Okay. I doubt he has a bottle, but let's see if he can make it to the safety room at least.
I think he had green goo. No! Oh no.
Well, I see him trying again, but let's see. Yeah.
I mean, that's
No.
not...
Fire Rod is at blind.
Wow. Wait, you can heal with a green potion? You know, I should
A
be
green-
more surprised than I am, but I'm not, just because I know how freaking broken this game is.
It truly is, and there are all kinds of interesting major glitches. So we have the gloves in Village of Outcasts for Zero. So each runner has a different pair of gloves.
You know, that's kind of scary, because that means Ice Palace, potentially.
Yeah, it does. And that is a pendant, so obviously it has progression.
Ugh.
And the Fire Rod is sending Zero Rush to Skullwood, so this makes a lot of sense.
You know, Mentos Man, you say that, but I've crashed trying to Houlihan.
And hopefully the gloves will send Zero Rush to the back of his cape at some point. Then he'll have both rods available.
Yep.
And after that, our runners just need to go to Meyer to find out what the Meyer medallion is. And then we'll know where everything is after, with the exception of Samaria.
You know, I just realized it's entirely possible for Samaria to be in Turtle Rock, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It has happened. It'll be interesting to look at the sort of 25,000 seed stats to see how often, like the Chain Chomps, for example, have the cane. So if we see our runners go into Turtle Rock soon, they may do a spin speed clip over the top ledge and go into the big chest room, or maybe they will do a mirror wrap to kind of take a shortcut to the laser bridge. Meanwhile, Ack activates his flute that he was able to get. Zero Rush skipped that area entirely. The floating island, that is.
Mirror wraps, I don't think most of them, if any of them, are in Logic.
That's right, no mirror wraps are in Logic. A mirror wrap is a way to go a screen or two sort of to the left or right on the overworld, and it allows Link to get into the exit of the laser bridge very quickly. And it's a pretty convenient way to clear Turtle Rock. But let's watch Zero's moth fight. Oh, he takes a death. The spikes got a bit out of control there.
You know, I actually saw the other day a logically required ped seed for the Turtle Rock medallion. That was pretty funny.
And one advantage of doing a mirror wrap is that you will most likely not key lock yourself. If you go backwards through Turtle Rock, you can skip 2 key doors. So that's one reason to take advantage of that sequence break.
Yeah.
And mirror wraps are not in logic because they require a sort of a don't miss scenario, a same frame trick, and overworld glitches are meant to be accessible.
Yeah.
So zerorush does take Mothula down. And Ack is following Zero's footsteps here, and is going to eventually find the fire rod at blind. Let's see what zerorush does here. He's mirroring. This is a pedestal check. Yep.
What's it gonna be? Just pocket change. So 1 rupee or 5 rupees, I think that means.
So what's next for Zero? Hopefully he does what I mentioned and continue through the Dark World. Well, good. It's a shortcut to the Dark World portal.
Oh, wait, I'm right about what? Sorry. Oh. Yes, thank you.
So, zerorush is approaching digging game. He may do a downward teleport to get into the mire area. We did see Zero skip the flute earlier. We know in overworld glitches that the flute is not necessary. If our runners want to go to mire, they'll simply clip in, most likely from the digging game or from just south of the haunted grove. But right now, zerorush is not concerned about mire. He's not. He is going to Hype Cave, so he will earn a number of progression items.
Yep. This is definitely a V18 worthy Hype Cave today.
I also forgot the shovel was in here.
Yep, there's his tempered sword.
So, all the things. And zerorush is in the Dark World. Let's see if he continues to Palace of Darkness.
Looks like he is.
And he's got mirror, so it could be an even faster trip for Zero.
I mean, if you route it right, you can make the mirrorless pod not so awful.
No, it was not awful at all. The key layout was just fine. It is a pendant, so
I think, judging by Axe actions, I think the big chest and Helma had the mapping compass.
right. Excuse me. So we may see Zero make the same check, and now Zero's the first runner with the oh no, Ack has mitts too.
Yeah,
He
you
already
got
did
him a
the
little
Village
bit
of
ago.
Outcast clear. Yep. Sorry. So now both of our runners have mitts. They both have the fire rod. They
Both have the hammer, and both
could
are
clear
about
Ice.
to have the hook shot.
Yeah. So Ice Palace could be holding the cane. We don't know.
Yeah, this is kind of scary to see Ice Palace access when it's a pendant.
I imagine that we will see what? We will see Swamp Palace next from Zero, maybe? That's what I'm guessing.
Possibly.
Ack has some Overworld he could work on, including... I don't think Ack's checked Shovel Spot. Has he? I don't think so.
We've already checked pistol, it's just pocket change.
And if Ack continues checking Overworld locations, he may find Mirror at Zora.
There's actually a few ways to clip into Ice Palace that you're allowed to do. They're not in logic, but there's the mirror wrap thing. There's some other funny shenanigans you can do.
Right, Ice Palace is kind of interesting. In Overworld glitch logic, we know that mitts are required to get into Ice Palace, but we can sequence break to get into Ice Palace. However, to get the crystal, we need to get to Cold Stare, and to get to Cold Stare, we have to lift a rock, a big, heavy block. So we do need the gloves, at least. So I have seen a go mode glove before. I have not seen it in this tournament yet, but it might be something to look out for. Looking for go mode by finding either progressive glove.
Oh my. That I actually had a suit similar to that, and it just was absolutely disgusting to be at 2 hours with no gloves.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those funny things to see in other modes like entrance shuffle, things like that.
Well, this was actually just a I think it was a standard mode, no glitches seed. So you actually require Titan's mitts.
My first tournament race ever involved a 1 hour glove or something along those lines. So I remember Mike the V's comment was simply give glove.
Oh man, I haven't seen Mike the V in. I don't think I've seen Mike the V around since first tournament.
Right. Well, it was the second. So where does that go from here? Thinking. Desert? No.
He's apparently witch. Gonna check turn in his mushroom. So at this point, for no mode, we just need the Cane of Samaria, I think. And possibly Ether. That's the wrong cane game.
Right, I've been keeping my eyes peeled. You know, it could be an escape. So there's a lot of checks left for our runners.
Oh my, Helma has an item.
Oh, okay, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he had all the map compass and the big key, and small key can't be on Helma, so...
The Meyer medallion was bombos, so both of our runners could get in there if they wanted.
I mean, you're gonna have to do it eventually anyway. But you also don't really want to do that without Cane of Samaria.
Right. It may be worth it to go inside to get the big key and see if it has the cane by chance. But
So,
Ack is not going for it.
if you clear out everything else and it has no cane, which do you go to first? Meyer, Turtle Rock, or Ice Palace?
Uh-oh, Ack did an upward teleport instead of down. So that soft locked him. I would personally say Ice Palace because it has 3 guaranteed items and 3 guaranteed hint tiles.
That's a fair point. But then again, it's also a pendant.
Oh, in this seed, yeah, I don't really know. I would say Turtle Rock because it also has Mimic Cave. But Turtle Rock could be something like 0 to 2 items. So it's not a very attractive choice, but it quite often has something before you're able to full clear it. So I don't know. We could see our runners go in different directions.
Flute was on Floating Island.
Right, that was in plain sight.
As was Moon Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
They need to take out repeat hints.
So our runners are following it, doing things that the other has already done. Zero's clearing Eastern Palace. Ack will get something from Digging Game. We may see... Did he check Shuffle Spot already? I feel like I keep asking this question.
I think he did. And
Okay.
I don't think you've asked yet, actually.
Well, I know I've asked already, I just... Alright, so we'll see more Overworld from Ack as he gets the Smith. Right, so Ack does not have the mirror yet. So he cannot simply return the Smith.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go to Zoralet at some point.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so our first MITS blocked check is incoming here. There are only so many in the logic, and none are absolutely required because they can all be sort of sequence broken.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but
All right, so Swamp Palace is open to Zero, so he's making this play now. And we know one thing about Swamp Palace, which is that there's armor on one of the chests on the left side. So it will be interesting to see how Zero Rush routes it.
yep. Heart containers in Kakariko well.
I missed the thieves hint before, I believe. I don't recall the unique item in Thieves Town.
Fire rod.
That was okay. That was it. Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Short-term memory loss.
Oh, I feel you on that one. We shall see if Kena Samari is in here.
Right. If it is, we could have a sub 1 hour go mode for Zero Rush. If not, there may be some difficult choices ahead. I mean, it could be something like Escape, but that can be a difficult choice too.
Yep. Also, keep in mind that I can actually get, well, most of Turtle Rock without the cane. I have seen him do the Trinex hover plenty of times.
Fraime Ice Rod was in the back of Escape, behind the bombable wall.
Oh my, Zero Rush is gonna have to find that at some point. That, you know, did we never saw Front of Escape.
Right, exactly.
Oh my. Watching the Kena Samari is just hanging out there. Actually, I think I've seen both Zero Rush and Act do the Trinex hover.
Right, both of these runners are
Very proficient at hovering.
proficient, artistic. They're
To give you an idea of
the real
how
deal.
To give you an idea of how good Zero Rush is at hovering, I have seen him do the Torch Room without Kena Samaria.
Right.
Which is probably the hardest hover in the entire game. Actually, there's no probably about it. It is the hardest hover in the game.
Mm-hmm. There are some other interesting hovers that I haven't seen a lot of discussion on. You could hover out of the dark, not the dark, but the big pits room of Escape to get into EG and Desert Palace. Or you could hover out, instead of going to Trinex, you could go west to a closed empty room.
Yeah. Also, I wouldn't call that harder because at least you don't have to turn mid-hover. Or shoot fire rod shots while you're mid-hover.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have no idea how.
I think this is gonna be a... Oh, no, he's going to GT. Just gotta do the upstairs. I was thinking it might be Pyramid Fairy.
Right. Yeah, me too. Excuse me. It would be interesting to see if Zero Rush continues this play into Escape after Agadem 2 is defeated. So Zero Rush has 3 keys. I don't know the key requirement, but it seems to me that Kane could be in upstairs GT right now.
I actually have never learned the GT key logic, mainly because it's really never relevant in No Glitches.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you just get
Yeah.
to GT and you're like, okay, let's just go.
And I think the big key was in Stolthos' room.
It was on the torch.
Oh, it was on the torch. Okay. Thank you. Flippers were in Stolthos' room.
Alright, silvers for Ack. And his tempered sword. I'm sure he's glad to see that. And we also know where the last sword is, and nobody's gonna be getting that.
Alright, so Ack is clearing South Shore and now going to Ice Palace.
You know, it's not a bad play.
Right. It's not.
A heart container is held by someone for me. Thanks, game.
Mm-hmm. That was Sahasrahla.
I mean, for Amy, to be fair, mitts were early. I think one was... glove was in Mini Moldorm, wasn't it? And the other was in the brewery.
Sahasrahla and Brewery.
Oh, Sahasrahla. Also, there's the other medallion. That's completely useless.
So, hey, nice mirror shield.
Well, one was in Spheres 1 and the other was in the Thieves Town area, so just the same.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Some bombs
Okay.
is in Mimic Cave. Interesting. Also, vanilla final chest. That's not the final chest. Wow, we need a new name for that thing. Final chest doesn't really work in this. Also, hover.
It's the low percent one-hit knockout. I don't know what you would call it. Sort of a safety chest. It's a chest that's permanently there, so you don't need to fight Moldorm 2 again. If you die in the next few screens. Alright, so Agadem 2 is down. This will open the way to Ganon. Ganon is not vulnerable until all crystals are earned.
Yeah. Also, let's just call it the... well, no, that doesn't even work. I'll think on it later. Something sharp requires... What? Oh, that would... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that works.
Got to be in a bottle. And Zero Rush is mirroring. Let's see. This may be the front of escape. Good. So this is... Things are looking good for Zero right now, since he's had mirror for much longer than the Ack. He's been able to clear Swamp Palace and make progress a bit faster.
Well, there's some mail, so we know where both mail upgrades are.
Right.
Powder. It's another fetch quest.
Yeah, it is interesting to see Powder. We know this isn't the case where you can fake Powder to get the cane, because you would need cane to get that sequence break. But yeah, this could be something. We'll see. Okay.
Not gonna do the Dark Cross. Kane could in fact be on Magic Bat, yes.
Alright, Zero Rush may be going to King's Tomb now. Yes.
Kane could also be vanilla.
Yeah, right. So like you were saying before, what is more appealing, Mire or Turtle Rock? In one sense, Mire is, because they need to find the big key anyway.
But in another sense, Mire 2 is disgusting. Plus, Ack and Zero Rush will be able to do most of Turtle Rock without... And assuming they get the big key, they can just go straight to try next, because I know they're both perfectly capable of that hover.
That's interesting. It's certainly difficult. Requires...
Ack does that hover just for fun.
Yeah.
Like, I have seen him do it with the King of Samaria just to show he can. Yeah, but when you know that you can do most of Turtle Rock and the stuff you can't do won't be locking the Samaria anyway.
I would be very surprised to see a Trinex hover in this seed, because we know we need the cane to get through the game anyway.
Well, I mean, I'm just arguing the case that it might be worth just to go to Turtle Rock, because you can complete it either way.
Alright, so Zero Rush is doing the Turtle Rock climb. He kind of did a downward teleport and wiggled his way to the east. So he'll be doing his Death Mountain clear now, which acted quite a while ago.
I want to see Kane and Mire. Vanilla Big Key with the Vanilla Samaria.
Yeah, I don't have anything interesting to add. Because it's kind of coming down to Maya or Turtle Rock at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so Zero, I don't think he saw the Mimic Cave hint.
I don't think so. I think that was Ack that saw it.
So we'll probably see Chain Chomps and the Vanilla Big Key chest. We could see Big Chest and the Krista Roller Room. So there are 4 chests available, potentially, for items. So Ack with Tempered Sword and a great deal more hearts is having the gauntlet is just a breeze at this point.
Oh, have we seen Zora himself?
I believe we did see Zora. It was nothing, rupees or a heart.
Yeah, chat
I may
saying
be
they
wrong.
didn't see Zora.
Yeah, it could have been my imagination.
Well, there's go mode.
Alright, so Zero doesn't have the big key. So he'll have to figure out how to route this.
Well, he's gonna have to go find it. I think he just, like, completely just was shocked to see that sitting there. You know, yeah, Burn the Witch, didn't you mention earlier about Chain Chomp Room having the Kina Samaria?
Yeah, I'm to blame here. But it happens so frequently, it's hard to be... I don't know. It's not really... It's clairvoyance. Alright, so we are seeing Zero Rush go to the front of Turtle Rock. We saw him save and quit out to sort of redo the Turtle Rock ascent. And he's opting to go through the front. Another option for him would have been to mirror in front of the laser wall and sort of just hop down basically, and then take the Mitts portal. He could have also mirror clipped out and then reclimbed.
Wait, what's Windraker?
The big key's being a bit evasive for Zero Rush. He's just going to have to go into the torch room. And so let's see where Ack goes from here. He wishes he had the mirror, I assume. The mirror made simple for Zero Rush to clear escape after Aghanim 2. But Ag has to save and quit and find something else to do.
Ag's gonna have to go get that mirror at some point. I don't think there's a way around mirror in Overworld glitches into Swamp, right?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
There's not a way around the mirror into Swamp, is there, in Overworld glitches?
Right, that's correct. To skip mirror, there would have to be indoor clips or indoor door glitches. Alright, so with Beaky in hand, Zero Rush again leaves Turtle Rock. He's going to now do a mirror wrap. This is going to send him very far to the east. Once he pulls it off,
Oof.
And then it'll take him to Laser Bridge, which will be right where he wants to go to get to Trinex. There he goes. He pulls it off. Alright, this is good for Ack. He's going to be finding progression soon.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good thing, though, given that he needs to find that mirror.
Well, I mean, getting items is good. There's really, I don't see a sort of a way for Ack to catch up at this point. Zero is in go mode and just needs to clear dungeons.
Yeah, about to be on Trinex, just has to go mode Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
Already did Aga 2, so just would have to go to Ganon at that point.
Yeah, missing the mirror for so long is just kind of painful.
Also,
but it also means that he won't have to clear Swamp to look for anything else.
Oh, also needs to do Desert, but that's just a mirror away from
Misery Mire.
Meyer, yeah. Ow, why did that escape me?
So, just like Zero Rush, Ack needs to save and quit. He doesn't have mirror even as an option, so he is essentially forced to save and quit. So one thing we've been seeing from Ack as he does a spin speed clip off of the bottom of the screen and sort of wraps to the top is he gets stuck sometimes, and that may be because he's not tapping up to push himself out of the Tower of Hera. So he gets a bit stuck in there, and he's then able to sort of hold up to leap out of the collision.
Oh, interesting.
So it's sort of a misstep on Ack's side, but he's still able to correct it.
Looking for that mirror in right side Ganon's tower. Not gonna find it here though. Yeah, Zero Rush just has to defeat Landmo and go clear out Misery Mire, and he'll be good to go to Ganon.
Right. And it's a good play from Ack. Without the mirror, he couldn't really finish Turtle Rock at all at that moment. So why not go for these quick items? It could be something that Zero Rush hasn't done, and indeed he didn't do them. But this is not the way the item layout is working for Ack here. So he He needs to finish Turtle Rock, so he probably will do that now.
He hasn't done Swamp because it requires the mirror.
Zero Rush gets a mirror bonk coming out of desert, which is pretty common. He needs to find a way around the mirror portal to avoid that if he wants to avoid the mirror bonk. Picking up a bomb or Cane of Samaria block.
Also, beans in general is disgusting, much less on toast.
That's quite a controversial statement. Alright, so Ack will find his big key here. It'll be interesting to see if he continues through the front of Turtle Rock to complete it. Probably.
You know, Aster,
Right.
I'm not gonna judge you. If you like that sort of thing, who am I to judge? Not my cup of tea, though.
Alright, so Ack has his big key. He cannot mirror wrap like Zero Rush did. So Ack will continue through Turtle Rock to clear it. Right?
Maybe?
Or am I wrong? I'm wrong. He's going to leave through the front, and then we'll see where he clips from there. I'm guessing the big chest. This makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Meanwhile, Zero Rush is in Misery Mire just looking for a big key.
Watch it be vanilla.
Aha. Finds it in the meetup room. When Ack hit the switch, it almost looked like he hit the switch twice, but I am sure I'm wrong. Right. He's fine.
Oh, he's going for the backup spooky. Ooh, doesn't quite get it. I don't think he actually hit the anti-fairy on that one.
Right, and it looked like he may not have been low enough, potentially. When I've tried that, it's been
I've done higher
more
than
successful.
that. I think I've done higher than that.
Okay, so there are probably different setups, and The one I'm most comfortable with is to go totally against the bottom wall.
Really, the hardest thing about that setup is the changing directions mid-dash with the fire rod.
I think the most difficult thing is getting a surprise Stalfos in your face. Alright,
Yeah.
so both Zero and Ack defeat their bosses. We'll see what's next for Ack. I'm guessing Misery Mire, but he might surprise us. And Zero Rush, with 7 crystals, just needs to find his way to the pyramid.
Alright. Time for Ganon.
Alright, Zero Rush has Tempered Sword and Silver Arrows. Ganon should be done in 2 minutes or less.
Yep. With silver arrows, this fight's gonna be easy.
Yeah, nice first and second phase.
Oh man, that Astor, rye bread. I was thinking of making a rye bread sandwich later or after this match. Alright, GG.
Yeah, nice setup for a single and then a triple to finish off Ganon.
With an official time of 1:28:13.
GG to Zero Rush. So Zero Rush will be joining us for an interview shortly. Meanwhile, Ack just needs to he needs to, it's not really a just situation. He still needs to find his mirror. So he'll be full clearing Mire in the meantime.
Alright, and Zero Rush will in fact be joining us for an interview. Also, welcome! GG, Zero Rush.
Good games. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
So how about that seed?
It was good. It was a pretty quick one. Could have been quicker, but I think it turned out pretty well given where Ice Rod was. If I'd gone to Turtle Rock any earlier, I might have ended up full clearing Swamp and Mire and all that stuff. Right side of GT.
So your opponent actually found Ice Rod really early, but And he does have some Mario, but he has not gone to the Zora area for his mirror.
Oh. Yeah, that was really early, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. We saw Ack at about an hour and 2 minutes just finally get to South Shore. So it looked like he would make a play for Ice Rod Cave and the Zora area, but instead went to Ice Palace.
Ooh. That's no good. I almost went to Ice Palace because I found Mitts, but I figured this Hyrule Castle and Back of Escape were like 5 items or something, and then Hookshot Cave plus the front of Turtle Rock, or the middle of Turtle Rock, I guess, was another 7 or so. So it just didn't really make sense for me at that point to go to Ice Palace.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty interesting that you had the incentive to do that Dark World Death Mountain clear and combine that with Turtle Rock. Ack did Dark World Death Mountain a lot earlier, so he didn't get Kane until a little bit after you did.
Yeah, I'll usually try and check Turtle Rock while I'm up there. Obviously, it's annoying to go in there without the red cane, but given how it's laid out, you're pretty much almost never really losing time. Like, you lose the time it takes to get back over there, I guess, from Old Man Cave, but it's not that bad. And it's one of those locations that can really bite you for a long time if you never check it.
Oh yeah.
I was kind of concerned that Zora had an item for a long time. There's just never really a good chance to go back over there.
I
Right.
think according to the credits, it was just money.
Yeah, there was a... Was that this seed? Man, it's so late. That might have been one I did earlier. Was there a hint for Grumpy Fish having cash? I think I'm confusing that with a practice.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one.
I'm pretty sure I saw a Grumpy Fish hint. I was convinced that we saw Zora too, so I was giving false commentary during the race. But
Yeah, when I went up there, I had 480 rupees or something. It was just shy. And then I honestly, I've done the water walk clip to the ledge like once in my life. I wasn't really sure exactly how it worked, so I just gave it a shot, but then went back and did it the normal way.
right. That was. I was glad you found that combination of water walks to get there. I wasn't sure what you were going for there. I would have probably continued dash buffering to the right until I got the hop, and then it sort of leads you into a retry state, and you just dash buffer one more time, and then that gets you up there.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure if you had a different setup for it, so when I saw you dash to the right, I was like thinking it could have been something, but yeah.
No,
it's just dash buffers.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I just had no idea. I was like, I can't. One, I didn't know how far in I needed to go because I thought maybe it was one of those where you had to dash into the hop kind of deals, like you do with the Pyramid Ledge or Pyramid Ferry or whatever. But now I know, so that's good.
Also, I think your opponent is doing everything to avoid Zora at this point.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I guess you said he didn't do Turtle Rock when he was up there, right?
He's done Turtle Rock at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could have comboed it with catfish, but of course he doesn't have the mirror, so maybe not.
Yeah, it's pretty painful to go through a, a large portion of a sea without the mirror.
Oh, he's finally going.
Here he goes.
I see he did opt to get the flute. I was thinking about it, but
Yeah, that was a fun few seconds.
I was like, I'm probably never going to go back to village.
And what happened with Ack was that he made a bit of an error on the first upward teleport and then walk over where he transitioned upward, and that put him onto that glitched screen.
Yeah.
So he got it after a second attempt.
Yeah. In hindsight, it probably would have been good to grab it really quickly.
Yeah,
But
that's
at the
what I was
very least,
thinking.
it would have. I think if I had just picked up a blue potion while I was in Kakariko, it would have been fine. Do they
Yeah,
sell those there? Does the hammer shop have it? I can't remember.
a blue potion,
Yeah.
just the potion shop.
Okay. I think that's Overworld glitches. There's a Dark World shop that sells it, and not Overworld. Inverted.
Inverted.
That sells blue potion.
That's the ones. I
By
think
Link's house.
the right house. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I probably should have saved. Like, I used my blue potion to get to Death Mountain, but I think that probably only saved me like 20 seconds at tops. Maybe I should have saved that for Meyer.
Oh, you used a blue potion to get to Death Mountain? I missed
Yeah. Yeah, instead of I save and quit to Link's house and then use the blue potion to fly up there. But given how easy like I had a sword and everything, I should have just did the sync hop.
You're saying you should have done a DMA from Sanctuary?
Yeah, because I'd have to double check, but I don't think blue potion wipe or fake flute really saves that much more time getting to Death Mountain from a save and quit. And I should have saved it for going to Meyer instead. That would have saved me a lot more, probably.
Oh, I hear you. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I haven't really thought about where to save the most time with fake flutes. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting consideration there.
Yeah, I wasn't ever really heading over there in this seed in particular, but you can just kind of combo Meyer area with anything if you have a blue potion. Like Dark Death Mountain to Meyer.
Right.
Wow. I think, oops, something fell on my desk and crashed my cart. Did my credits finish?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you got 155 out of 216 items.
Okay, cool. Yeah, picture fell down and bummed my SNES.
Oh, jeez. Alright, well, I hope it is in good shape for the rest of the tournament.
No, it's fine. It's just, if there's like a sudden jolt, I mean, Super Nintendos are dumb. If there's a sudden jolt, it'll mess up the cart, and I have to reset.
Right.
Yeah, I still remember the race where Andy hard locked or hard crashed or whatever with his cart, and his opponent ended up letting him take the win.
Yeah, I think I remember that one, because he was really far ahead, and then he lost like 4 crystals or something. That
Yeah,
was not
Andy
a good
versus
tournament.
Unos.
Oh, wow. That's back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back first tournament. I want to say it was group stage. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that too, but it just kind of came to mind just now. This tournament, not that old, but Link to the Past tournaments have been going on since spring 2017.
Yep. That's when I first started playing, actually. Playing Randomizer, anyway. I've been playing this game since I was a kid, obviously. Like most people. But I did join the first tournament.
Actually, you did?
Yeah, 2017. I didn't make it out of group stages, though. I was really, really bad back then. I think I won like 2 matches.
Ha.
And I was only a viewer back then. It wasn't till second tournament that I started like commentating and tracking. Actually, I think I only tracked second tournament. I don't remember, but I watched and I was like learning everything because I'd never actually played A Link to the Past before. But my friend had like been telling me how wonderful A Link to the Past Randomizer was, and then I had followed SpeedGaming like a couple weeks before the tournament, and I just saw it, and it's like, okay, guess I'm starting to watch this then.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It really introduced me into the speedrunning scene. Like, I've been, since then, just kind of been watching a lot, playing a lot of different things. This is the only game I actually speedrun currently, though, but someday I'll learn something else.
Interestingly, this is what got me into SpeedGaming.
Yeah, that's a good view. I've tried other games and I'm very bad at them, but I don't. It's hard to get away from A Link to the Past. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was learning Mega Man X for a while. At the end of March, then I had to travel for 2 weeks and forgot everything I was working on, and I just haven't picked it back up yet.
I've had some bad experiences with that community.
I'm sorry, which game?
Mega Man X Rando.
Oh,
No.
I hear you.
Yeah, not the rando, the actual game I was learning. Didn't even know they had a randomizer.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Mega Man randomizers, from what I've seen on NES, like to randomize music among all games, which is pretty cool. Meanwhile, Ack finishes off Ganon, so GG's to Acktheboker.
It was an official time of 1:43:04.
I have to say, I'm glad this was a pretty fast seat, though. I am very tired.
Oh yes, that was a question I wanted to ask you. So what else did you have available before you found Kane? You mentioned there were some other things that you were able to avoid. I guess Ice Palace.
Yeah, it was mostly Ice Palace. I skipped Big
That
Chest.
Ice Palace
and,
bait, though.
Yeah. I think I left an item in Hera. In Para Basement, maybe? Maybe not. I can't remember. I definitely left one item in Swamp, other than the armor, which I had a hint for. Helmasaur had an item.
Right.
Catfish I didn't do. Mushroom I never turned in. Shovel Spot I didn't do. Zora, Meyer Shed, and then the Smith's Hammer Pegs, that whole deal. I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Did you say Pyramid Fairy?
I did not, but yeah, that was available too. And Graveyard Ledge, I never did. There are a few things. They're just all random one-offs, though.
Okay, gotcha. It's hard to list them all, and then there's still stuff in Sphere 1, like Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, exactly. Graveyard Ledge is super annoying. It's like the Agana's Cave of Overworld glitches, right? It's kind of weird to go to. Because you can't
It is
combo it with anything.
It is. I almost always go for it in the first 5 minutes or so,
Yeah.
but it depends.
It would be really cool if you could combo it with back of Sank, but instead you get Houlihan.
Right.
Which, honestly, maybe that's not that bad in some scenarios if you find gloves really early. I don't know. Do some weird Graveyard Ledge into South Shore combo.
Exactly. I've tried to integrate that a little bit. If you don't have gloves, you can use the fairy drop. So we don't have word of interview from Ack at this moment. Zerorush, you're free to hang out for the end of the stream. If not, I understand. Any final thoughts on the seed? Wait, and
Not-
your standings in the tournament?
well, this was my third game. I'm 2-1 right now. Lost one match to someone else here.
Sounds familiar.
But yeah, so I forget the exact due date, but I know I haven't played that many matches yet, so I need to schedule the rest of those, or at least some of them. And I should have a lot more free time now to do that, so that'll be good. But yeah, I think I can't remember that much of the seed, to be honest, because it's almost 2 a.m. I don't know why I scheduled a race at midnight, but
Right.
you
Well,
know, we got through it, so I
yeah.
think I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Well, GG's again. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, me too. I love this mode. It should be a lot of fun. Thanks for commentating and restreaming and tracking and watching, everyone.
Oh, we're gonna let the credits roll out here. I doubt Dak will be joining us at this point. I think he said earlier about he's hungry. Why did this run at midnight? Because that's the time the runners chose.
That's right. Runners get to choose their race time, and the restream works around them, which is a pretty great system in my opinion. It lets runners get their races in whenever they can.
Can make it a little difficult, but you know, certainly is nice.
Mm-hmm. And we get a great variety of times to watch SpeedGaming channels, so that's a good thing for me as a viewer.
Yeah. Not enough middle of the night runs, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, somebody's also got to set up all the matches, even though they all, you know, are automatically restreamed once they're in the system. Someone's still got to crop and stuff. Speaking of, if anybody wants to, you know, help out on the back end, there is actually a link here. Let me get it. If you want to help out at SpeedGaming, or if you want to help out with the tournament, there's also this, which apparently doesn't include the link. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, all of the work of restreamers and participants, volunteers, it's all really, really appreciated. It makes playing this game and participating in a tournament pretty fun.
Indeed. Alright, I think we'll wrap things up once we hit the final screen. What do you think?
Sounds good. We have sub 3 menu times for both runners, and we have a collection rate of 169 for Ack, so 14 more items than Zero got.
Yep. But with that, I have been Math Girl, and it's been a fun time chatting with you chicks, and it's been a fun time watching the runners, and thanks to Samus, our tracker, and I'll leave you with the final words.
Well, thanks everyone. Thanks, Math Girl, and see everybody next time. Good night.
Hey, everybody.